Imagine being thrown into foreign land. No roads, no street signs, no voices to guide you, only the endless sky and the pool of the earth beneath your feet. You must return home, not tomorrow, not next week, but now, with no mistakes. For if you fail, your family will go hungry, your sisters will lose hope, and the treasure you carry will never reach them. This is not a human journey. This is daily life of a honeybee. I'm going to tell you many interesting things about honeybee navigation. Number 1. The epic scale of a bee's journey. A single forager bee may travel up to 5 miles in one trip. That's like a human running over 500 miles without getting lost. She can visit 50 to 100 flowers in one outing, collecting nectar drop by drop, sometimes carrying half her own body weight in her tiny honey stomach. And yet, no matter how far she roams, she always finds her way back to the hive, to the exact same entrance hall, even in crowded apiary with dozens of identical looking hives. It is as if each bee carries an invisible thread stretching from the heart of the hive to wherever her wings take her, and no matter how tangled the journey, that thread never breaks. Number 2. The sun compass. Navigation written in light. Bees use the sun's position as a celestial compass. Even if the sun is hidden by clouds, they detect polarized light patterns in the sky, patterns invisible to the human eye, to locate it with precision. Their eyes contain specialized photoreceptors that filter light in ways our vision cannot. Where we see a gray sky, bees see a directional map. This means even at dawn, dusk, or under partial cloud cover, they know exactly where sun is, even if it is miles below the horizon. The sky to them is not just blue, it is a language, and they are fluent in it. Number 3. The internal clock. The sun moves across the sky, so a bee's sun compass would be useless without correction. Bees have an internal circadian clock, a biological timepiece that tells them the exact position of the sun for every minute of the day. This allows them to adjust their flight path mid-journey. A bee leaving the hive at 10 a.m. and returning at 1 o'clock p.m. will shift her orientation to account for the Earth's rotation, just as skilled sailor adjusts to the tides. It is as if they carry a watch within their hearts, ticking in perfect rhythm with the turning of the world. Number 4. The scent map. Bees remember scent landmarks, not just flowers, but the smell of soil, tree bark, and even the air itself. These scents from an olfactory map that overlays their visual map, giving them a second navigation system. On windy days, when landmarks might shift in appearance, the scent map is their guide home. Every gust of wind carries whispers of home, and she listens. Number 5. The magnetic compass. Scientists discovered that bees can sense the Earth's magnetic field. Inside their bodies are tiny crystals of magnetite, microscopic compasses that respond to magnetic lines, giving them orientation even in total darkness. This skill may help them navigate inside hollow trees or during rare moonless nights. It is as if the very bones of Earth call to them and they answer. Number 6. The waggle dance. Sharing the map. When a bee discovers a rich source of nectar, she returns to the hive and performs the waggle dance. The angle of her dance relative to vertical tells her sisters the direction of the food in relation to the sun. The duration of waggle tells them the distance. This means bees don't just navigate, they teach others to navigate. One bee's journey becomes the journey of thousands. Number 7. Landmark recognition. Close to home, bees rely on visual landmarks. Trees, fences, flowers, even the shape of a beekeeper's face. If you move a hive a few feet, the bees may become disoriented. But move it miles away and they will begin fresh orientation flights, mapping the new surroundings in minutes. Home is not just a place, it is a memory painted in shapes, smells, and light. Number 8. The hazards of the journey. While navigating, bees face constant dangers. Birds, dragonflies, windstorms, pesticides, and even exhaustion. A bee can literally fly herself to death. Her wings fray and tear from endless miles. Yet she continues, for every drop of nectar could be the difference between survival and starvation for the hive. She is both a navigator and warrior, fighting the distance for the good of the whole. Number 9. Scientific wonders and unsolved mysteries. Even with all we know, bee navigation holds mysteries. How do they merge scent, magnetic fields, and sunlight into a single flawless map? Why can some bees relocate the hive even after being displaced miles away in an unfamiliar location? Scientists suspect quantum processes in their vision may give them an almost supernatural perception of the world. There is still a part of the bee's journey that belongs only to her, a secret we may never fully steal from the skies. Number 10. The orientation flights of young bees. Before a young worker bee becomes a forager, she performs orientation flights, short looping circles around the hive. She is not collecting nectar yet. She is learning the landscape, memorizing the sun's position, the skyline, and the scents carried by the wind. These short flights grow larger each day until she is confident enough to travel miles away. If you watch closely, you can see these flights in slow motion. Bees hovering, turning, and almost staring at the hive entrance like they're committing it to memory. It is the bee's first taste of freedom and her first lesson in finding her way back to the heart of her world. Number 11. The memory power of a bee's brain. A bee's brain is the size of a sesame seed, yet it can store complex three-dimensional maps of landscapes covering miles. They remember multiple food locations at once, recalling which flowers are worth visiting and which are not. Their brains can process visual patterns, sense time and direction, all simultaneously, and then convert that knowledge into a precise flight plan. Even after several days, they can still remember a location they have only visited once. It is proof that intelligence is not measured in size, but in purpose. Number 12. The final flight. Every forager has a limit. After thousands of trips, her wings wear thin, her muscles weaken. Eventually, she takes her final flight. Some die in the fields, far from home. Others return one last time, crawl to the hive entrance, and rest there until the light leaves them. In her lifetime, she may have navigated over 500 miles, the distance from one city to another, all from memory and instinct. She does not fear being lost, for the path home has been written into her from the very first day, and she follows it until her last breath. Every day, millions of tiny navigators leave their homes to chart the sky. They read the light, smell the wind, feel the pull of the earth, and return always to the beating heart of their colony. They do not ask for thanks. They do not seek glory. They only return with what they have gathered so life may go on. And the next time you see a bee drifting through the air, remember, she is not lost. She is following the ancient map written in sunlight and time. A map she will carry until her very last flight.